some cases, it is important to tell yourself to just breathe. At the end of the day, breathing is one of the most important human functions and is very essential for the everyday life. Throughout history, there have been many studies on the effects of nasal breathing on the human body. One of the books that cover this topic well is called Breath: The New Science of a Lost Art by James Nestor. In my speech today, I will be talking about how nasal breathing is very beneficial, but yet so simple to do. When we are breathing throughout the day, we are doing it naturally with no worry in the world about how or in what ways it is happening. Whether we are breathing through our nose or through our mouth, we never actually pay attention to how it's happening because we do it so often. If you were to actually pay attention to how we are breathing, you would start to realize that nasal breathing is more natural and more controllable or comfortable to do and control. This is because our bodies are designed for nasal breathing. Now you may be asking yourself, what are the differences between mouth and nasal breathing? So when we are nasal breathing, we are filtering the air such as oxygen before it enters the lungs. In fact, our nose hairs act as that filter, and they block about 20 billion particles of foreign matter, including dust, allergens, and other foreign particles every day. Now, when we are breathing through our mouths, there's no filter. It just goes straight to the lungs, potentially leaving them worse than before. Another difference that stuck out to me was that when we are nasal breathing, we are humidifying the air, leaving it easier to adapt to the temperature of our body, leaving our lungs more productive and more beneficial throughout the day. Now, you can incorporate nasal breathing whenever you want. For example, you can do it whenever you're sleeping, whenever you're doing some yoga, doing some exercise, and nasal breathing is also very simple. It's free, and you can do it whenever you want. Whenever it comes to breathing, nasal breathing will provide you with the best outcomes and best benefits. So whenever it comes to the benefits, it just goes on and on. But whenever it comes to the short-term benefits, the list is very few, which includes reduced exposure to foreign particles, humidified and warmed inhaled air, and increased airflow to your veins, your arteries, and your nerves. For example, whenever I am running and I am incorporating nasal breathing, I am allowing my body providing my body with cleaner air to my heart, my lungs, just my whole body. And it essentially leaves me with a better athlete at the end of the day. And it also, I have noticed, it leaves me not feeling sluggish or tired or even out of breath at the end of my runs. I've been incorporating nasal breathing into my runs for 2 months now, and it has done so much for me, and there's so much more to go. Whenever it comes to the long-term benefits, the list just goes on and on, but I found that aiding your immune system was the most beneficial because when you are aiding your immune system, you are doing so much for your body to just feel healthier and less fatigued throughout the day. Another one that stuck out to me was increasing your air uptake and circulation, because when you are taking in more air, you are increasing your oxygen levels in your blood cells which will essentially leave your body more energized and more mentally focused throughout the day. The last one that I found most productive or most beneficial was lowering your risk of snoring and sleep apnea, because it includes better sleep refreshments and lowers your risk of health problems and even cancer. if breathing is something you want to work on, why not start with nasal breathing and how you can start to control it? So there are very many ways you can practice nasal breathing that are effective and could lead you to better health. The first one I'm going to talk to you about today is called alternate nostril breathing. This one's as simple as it sounds. You simply just hold one nostril, take in some air, hold it, and then hold the opposite nostril and release the air through the nostril you're holding first. You just simply repeat this however many times as you like. The second exercise I'm going to talk to you about is called diaphragmatic breathing. This one, you want to start in a seated upright position with one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, and your mouth shut, of course. You want to take a breath in, focusing the air on your stomach, meaning like you want your chest to stay where it's at, and then you want to fill your stomach with air, and then you want to hold that for 5 to 10 seconds, and then release it through your nose, and repeat as you may. And then the last one I'm talking about today is called breath of fire. So this one consists of you also starting in a seated upright position with your shoulders relaxed, and you want to be able to take a deep breath and then quickly exhale with force through your nose. And you want to try and find a rhythm with this procedure, and you can always increase your intensity in these exercises as you are capable of doing so. If you were to include just one of these exercises in your daily routine, you would start to be able to breathe better, meaning not as heavy, and you would help the overall health of your body because of the benefits I just listed. Remember, these procedures and exercises are very they're simple, they're free, and you can do them whenever you want to. I strongly encourage you to start nasal breathing, try it out, and the benefits will start coming your way shortly.
See yourself.